Hi Slam fans, welcome to tip 17. Not all SEO is good SEO. As you can see, we've done the old switcheroo today, and I'll be chatting to Sean all about SEO. How you doing, Sean?
Good. Oh, this is great. This is we've reversed the roles here. This is awesome.
Yeah, something a little bit different. Okay, just for starters, SEO is one of our main products here at Slam. So just kind of explain to people what it is.
Okay, search engine optimization is about ranking your website for particular keywords in natural search results. So if you go to a Google page, you'll have the left-hand side where all the websites come up. That's where we're looking at ranking you. The idea is to, first of all, is to get you onto the first page. If you're not on the first page of Google, then you're pretty much invisible. But then further is to try and rank you in the top search results. And the reason for that is that roughly 35% of people will click on the first search result in Google, 17% will click on the second, and about 8% will click on the third. Now, if we can move you from third position at 8% up to first position, that's a quantum leap in terms of the number of searches of traffic that's going to come through to your website.
Well, that sounds pretty good. I mean, obviously, yeah, if my business is on the first page, I'm going to get more clicks on my website, get some more leads, conversions, grab some more customers, that kind of thing.
First thing I need to say, though, is it's not about your business coming up in search results. If you type in the name of your business and you come up number one, that's not search engine optimization, okay? It is technically because you've come up in search results. But the idea of search engine optimization is for your business to come up in search results for your product and services. We're trying to attract new business. There's no point in coming up in search results for your name because obviously the clients already know who you are. The idea is that if you that if you come up in search results for your products and services, obviously they either don't know your brand or two, it's not top of mind. So it's all about generating new business to your existing customer base.
All right. So, I've got a new business. I'm selling cupcakes. How do I go about getting my business to, get a good page one ranking? What kind of things are involved in an SEO campaign?
Okay, great. Look, and this is really the topic here because it's, tip number 17, which is not all SEO is good SEO. And without trying to overcomplicate things for people, what I want to try and say here is that there are a huge range of factors which go into ranking websites, and as the industry is evolving, it's becoming more and more complicated. Google continually are updating and changing their algorithms to try and make the search results more realistic for people. So what I've tried to put up on the board here is to give a sort of a brief overview of understanding of this. So look, I know that there are a huge variety of pricing and packages that different SEO companies put out there. And for those SEO companies out there who do a good job, it's very, very obvious to us who are people who are really trying to genuinely help businesses to rank, and those people who are just trying to win a sale. Because at the end of the day, most people don't understand search engine optimization. So I know a business in Melbourne that is generating millions and millions of dollars in revenue for their company by ranking businesses for search terms that no one's searching for. Okay, so what's the point in coming up number one if no one is searching for that term? At the end of the day, it's all about winning business. If there are 1,000 people searching for it, great. But if there's no one, then whether it be $100, $200, or $1,000 a month that you're paying to have this company rank you for that search term, what's the point? At the end of the day, no one's searching for it. So it's really important to understand that. So what we've put up here is what we would consider to be good SEO practices. Okay, so the first thing is a keyword focus. So the idea here is that once we've sort of picked the keywords that we want to rank a company for, it's not about the number of keywords that we rank you for. It's about the focus on those keywords. Because as I said, if you're in third position, you get 8% of the traffic. Now, depending on our focus, we may be able to get you up to number one position. Now, that's a massive increase in the amount of traffic that could be generated to your business. So when being presented with proposals, don't be too caught up in how many keywords that they're generating for you, because really it comes down to the amount of traffic. So you want to know that if they're going to be ranking me for these particular keywords, well, how much traffic is that keyword going to be generating?
Yeah, I suppose you want to make sure that it's relevant and you're getting customers who are actually interested in what your business has to offer. Is that correct?
Yeah. So, I mean, that relevance we've got here as well. So, the relevance is if I'm looking for your service, I'm going to type into Google a particular word. We want your business to come up in those search results. Now, depending on what keyword it is that we've chosen, is going to determine how likely that client is to convert. So if I'm looking for, let's say you provide gluten-free cupcakes. Now, if I type in gluten-free cupcake business or gluten-free cupcakes for sale, gosh, saying that when you've had a few drinks would be a bit difficult. Gluten-free cupcake. No, that would be a very, very specific keyword, and therefore that is more likely to convert into a sale than if I was just after cupcakes, because I may or may not be a gluten-free consumer. Okay, so the relevance is important. So that's the traffic and the relevance. Now, the other one here is competition. So how many other businesses are out there are also competing for that keyword? That's also going to impact on how difficult it's going to be to rank your business against your competitors. So there's a huge number of factors that need to be taken into consideration. And all I would like to say to businesses out there that are looking or who are doing search engine optimization is that they need to be looking at these key features here from the person they're dealing with and making sure that they are getting what they're paying for.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. I mean, you want to make sure that whoever's running your SEO campaign is doing a good job and getting the right kind of customers. So, say I've got someone to do my SEO campaign, they've set it up. Is that it? Is that done?
No. Look, SEO is an ongoing process. The reason for that is there's Google has an algorithm that they use to determine where websites rank, and one of the features in there is how fresh the content is. So there is a time decay process, a bit like with Facebook.
With the EdgeRank algorithm. Yeah.
EdgeRank algorithm is there's a time decay, and the reason for that is that Google wants the end result for Google is that they want people to continue to use their search features. So the idea is that when I go on there, that the first search result is likely to be the most relevant. And one of those things to determine how relevant it is when was the last time something was updated on your website or on your web presence on the internet in relation to that keyword search that I've typed in. The more recent it is, the more likely it is that you're going to have up-to-date information and that you're in the know in the industry. So search engine optimization is a continual process. Imagine, and I like using this analogy, imagine going up a river and you're in your little speedboat and the fuel is the search engine optimization, and you're pouring that search engine optimization into the engine so that you can continue to go up the river. Now, the minute you stop putting fuel in, at some point you're going to run out of fuel and you're going to start to slowly drift back down the river. You're not going to be at the back of the river, overnight, but you will slowly drift back. And then in reverse, the same process happens, is that when you go, oh gosh, look what's happened, and you decide that you want to start up your search engine optimization again, you're going to find yourself further back down the river. You can't just turn it on and then suddenly be at the front again. So it's an ongoing, continual process. And really, employing a company like like us, like Sam's strategy to do your SEO, all we're really doing is taking place of what you would need to do internally yourself anyway. So you're outsourcing that service of what you would naturally do in your business if you knew how to do search engine optimization properly.
Yeah, and I think that's good because then obviously the business can focus on, making money and doing what they do, and not have to worry about making sure that also they are ranking high in Google, and I suppose just making sure that there is a good website behind it, good fresh content to make it relevant for their customers, because obviously the customers want to get the right results, like gluten-free cupcakes, something like that. And then, it's good for your business as well to show up and show people what you got.
Well, yeah, we have specialists that are dedicated to nothing else but search engine optimization. It has become such a specialized field that it would be very difficult for businesses to, unless they were going to, pay $70,000, $80,000 or more a year to have a serious search engine optimization person working within their store. It is very, very difficult for them to keep up to date. And the fact that Google and Bing and Yahoo and the other search engines are continually updating and changing their algorithms, unless they're up to date with what's happening in the industry, they've got no chance of being able to do this process. So it really is something that needs to be looked at, seriously. And why? Well, because 90% of all people who search online will click on the natural search results. So over time, although it may be a long-term investment, the long-term return from that investment is the best return on investment you can get in the internet strategy world.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thanks for that. And obviously, stay tuned if you've got any more questions about search engine optimization, social media, AdWords, anything like that. Just check us out on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or check out the website.
Great. Thanks. Fantastic, guys. Thanks very much.